You're listening to Who Agrees with me, Paul Black.
And me, Kendra McPherson.
Before we get started, we want to say a shout out to our sponsor, Iola. The reason we're here every week looking so great, talking nonsense.
They really are just the glasses connoisseurs, aren't they? They're dead stylish, affordable, and they make you look beautiful.
Agree. Mm-hmm. Who agrees? I agree.
Yes.
Are you hungry right now? I'm hungry as an ox.
I'm actually surprisingly not too peckish, but I feel I'll get quite rampantly hungry at about 8 p.m.
Well, I actually forgot I've actually had my dinner, so I'm still hungry. But do you know what I had? 2 bowls back to back crunchy nut cornflakes. And we're not going into dialogue about peanuts again, obviously, for the listeners' sake.
Very nut-centric.
But I just want to say, having cereal for your dinner is so back.
What about this Brinner?
What the fucking hell?
Breakfast and dinner.
Oh, I thought it was like some sort of like muesli.
No, so it can obviously be...
What the hell is muesli, be honest?
Kind of like the like old sister of granola.
Muesli is a tired old hag.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about muesli anymore.
She's kind of like the old maiden, and then muesli arrived and like bumped her off the hot spot.
Wait, I said...
Oh, granola arrived and bumped muesli off the hot spot.
Muesli?
How do you say it?
Mr. Muesli.
How do you say it?
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, I had crunch nut cornflakes.
Too many seeds and
But
grains.
see, for me, the greatest cereal to ever be, ever. Have we spoke about this already? That's my first time we spoke about this in the
our
season.
personal lives. We've absolutely spoken about this.
But I take a golden nuggets.
Oh yes, of course. A Wheatos.
Cookie crisp.
Mm-hmm. But you know what bothers me? See, since going into adulthood, I rarely commit to purchasing a cereal like that because, and how sad is this, the guilt I feel around knowing that I would eat more than one bowl of like really sugary, like unhealthy quote unquote cereal. I'm like, no, I can't, I don't deserve that, which is a really horrible way to think.
I'm getting back into cereal because you mind that guy that was like always on TikTok that goes, the only way to lose weight is to be in a calorie deficit.
Well, there's about a million of them
calorie
now.
Deficit. No, I was making them a different, sorry. Calorie deficit. He's got a really voice like that. Sean Casey, his name is. Mm-hmm. He's eating fucking Rice Krispies all the time.
Rice Krispies are lovely.
He's saying eat your Rice Krispies, but I'm made of Ricicles, man.
I like Ricicles as well. To be honest, there's very few cereals that I would turn down a bowl of.
I think because it's summer, you can have a bowl of cereal for your dinner.
That's so true. It's such a good way to think.
And it's also kind of, it's now August, so it's back to school.
Mm-hmm. But soon it'll be porridge time.
Don't make me bring up Ready Break again.
You know, I've spoke to you before about how, and I don't know if I've actually said this on the podcast, but it really sticks by me how if a fragrance house asked me to collab with them, this is not me putting out there that I want that to happen, but if they did and they said, what would the signature Kendra fragrance be like? What would you want people to think of when they smell this? I would just bottle up the smell of porridge. Because I love that smell so much. I think it's so homely.
The worst idea I've ever heard in my life. You mean so I'll just go and be like, oh, I want to be in the, what do you call it when everyone's about to die, wing in the hospital.
The hospice?
Not the hospice. Well, yeah, it could be like, oh, the hospice. But, like, as I know, to par from.
Yeah.
I wasn't turning into Mrs. Brown's voice. Oh, the hospice. No.
As a former worker in the fragrance sector,
I know.
I'm familiar.
But what? Sorry, that was so rude to me there. As if I don't sit and repeat myself all the time, like a demented fuck. But like, no, what I was going to say is, I was actually in the hospital the other day, not for my hospitalisation, for someone else's. Sorry. And all I could think is, why does it always fucking smell like lentil soup?
I have no complaints with that, but I get you.
I don't know if it's because I've been
mixed with
around old people
though as well. It's not like a homely
different.
smell of lentil soup. It's like a hodgepodge.
No, it smells like lentil soup as if people smell like lentil soup. But I think that's I don't want to be ageist. But I think when you said porridge as a smell, I thought I know what you mean, but I think it's not going to be popular. Mine's isn't
porridge in a like close to death way. Mine's is porridge in like a homely winter's morning. You know, little whiff of vanilla in there, the promise of rosy cheeks and a nice journey to school in a warm car.
Well, I didn't have that. I had to go to school on an ice rink, and I Yeah, there was me and my 14 siblings, and we had one winter coat.
You slept in a bag of coal.
Yeah. So it was tough, but so I don't really porridge is a bit triggering because for us it was kind of like who's getting the porridge. Can only be one of yous today, and then you would have to wait till next year for
all
your
over
turn.
the podcast.
Yeah. But I've said before that I want to eat gruel, especially from The Simpsons.
Yeah, whatever the slop is. No,
Someone asked me an interesting question the other day, and it was...
I'll
if
be the
you
judge
could-
of that.
If you could eat any food from a film or a TV show, what would it be? Like, do you remember that time I sat you down, you and Bethany, and I tried to make you the hot chocolate for the Simpsons movie?
Yes.
And I succeeded, I think. This hot chocolate for the Simpsons movie.
Everyone always says this, and I think we've actually discussed this before on the pod,
haven't.
but no, we definitely have discussed what I'm about to say.
Sorry.
The microwavable thing on Spy Kids, the
What's
McDonald's.
Well, you can just like put anything in the microwave and it becomes like a full McDonald's.
Yeah,
or a
and it
full
looks
Pizza Hut.
so...
Explain it to me, break it down.
So basically, when they go to the safe house in Spy Kids,
Never seen it.
they have a microwave or like what looks like a microwave set up, and they can basically like get anything they want in it, and they get the most like juicy, delectable 90s looking kind of McDonald's. You know, when like McDonald's looked really tasty.
So what, you could put in like a grape and then just say I want a KFC and you get a KFC?
No, if I remember correctly, it was like options they had to choose.
Options hot chocolate.
It's like a 3D printer for food.
Yes.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yes.
I didn't have any other examples than the Simpsons hot chocolate.
That's the one that always springs to mind for me. But speaking of 3D printed foods, I actually tried 3D printed quesadilla.
That's not true. It can't be true.
I swear to God, right? I don't think it was because it was 3D printed. It was genuinely one of the nicest dishes I have ever eaten.
I don't understand how... Look, I'm very happy to look like a fucking idiot.
No,
right
I don't
now,
get
right?
it either. I don't
but
get it
I'm
either.
going to say, I know what a 3D printer is if you want to make a little acrylic block or something, right?
I don't get it.
Tell me how your quesadilla is a 3D printed.
I have no
Because now
idea.
I imagine Min's going through an actual
see, the thing was,
office printer.
See, the thing was, it was a totally vegan restaurant in Amsterdam,
Okay, well,
right?
cheese.
A vegan Mexican. No, it was like mushroomy type of things, but they were 3D. They were 3D pulled pork quesadillas, right? And we were genuinely like. I was trying to get my boyfriend to explain it to me because I didn't understand, but I know that he was kind of saying the same. He was like, I know about obviously 3D printed, like, you know, like you do like drawings and mock-ups of things or whatever. I'm not sure how this is 3D printed, but let me tell you, it was genuinely not just that.
I'm looking it up.
Look it up. The nicest food I have ever tasted in my life. So 3D printing mushrooms or whatever are so back.
I'm googling while we
How
speak.
do you 3D print food?
I just googled 3D printed food. What is the truth?
Okay.
It utilizes additives manufacturing to create edible products layer by layer, often using a variety of food grade materials like pastes, gels, and powders. While currently a niche application, particularly in fine dining, you were fine dining.
I was fine dining.
It holds potential for
Do you
personalised
remember
nutrition.
Gordon Ramsay? Fine dining, fine fucking mess. But I really, really liked that meal, guys. It was really good. How did we get onto that topic?
I was
because
just
of
being
food.
a fat cunt.
What's that?
I was just being a fat cunt. But really what I wanted to talk about was all our lovely foods, not particular foods, but we ate some lovely foods while we were travelling the world this summer.
Yes, we did.
I love
indeed.
saying travelling the world. I
That's
said
what you're doing though
that
when you
I
go on
was
holiday.
going around the world in 80 days. Do you know where I went? All in quick succession. London, Cornwall, and Italy.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
run.
not around the world.
No, but it's a variation of spots and destinations.
Yeah, it is. But we were on holiday. We all three of us were on holidays back to back to back, which was a big reason why, even though we have been really busy, this couldn't come back for a while. So tell me about your holiday. Where did you go?
I had such a beautiful time. I really did.
Where
I
did
think
you
of
go?
it fondly. Well, I was taken actually to, in a nice way, to Porto and then Lisbon as part of a 30th birthday gift, which was so nice. I'm not trying to make this my boyfriend the podcast, but it was a lovely gift from my boyfriend for my 30th, and it was divine. It was divinky.
And where did you go, Porto or Lisbon first?
So we went to Porto for 2 nights, and then we got the Flix bus.
Love the
to
Flex
Lisbon,
bus.
which was so fun
The Flex
and
bus
really
is
air
great.
conditioned.
Do you know what they have
€8. It was
aircon on?
€8. It was a 3-hour journey.
Because now
The
we're going to
UK
have
could
to
never.
speak for 45 minutes about the UK public transport
Then
compared
don't
to the rest of the
get
world.
me started on that.
It's actually insane. I even got I got a train in Italy. I got on a train for an hour and a half, and it was €3, and it was lovely, big, massive seats. And they have that thing where they have double-decker trains. Is that just Germany?
No, Italy have they not got double decker
They've all got
ones?
all sorts. But anyway, they're beautiful trains. They're fast as an ox, and you can literally always get a seat and be not fucking sweating to
And they're
death.
just nice, they're good quality.
Come on time.
The Flixbus was honestly a highlight for me. I loved it, but it's just
get
so
a
like
Flixbus?
I have like envisaged going to Porto for so long and wanted to go for so long and do that trip, and it was just so beautiful. Like, not to sound like a pure travel bore, but like they're just simple, even just like looking at views, like just looking at that big beautiful bridge that they have, it just felt like you were in a
Love the
film.
bridge.
Love the bridge. It was gorgeorama.
And also, I've never been to Porto. I've always wanted to go,
was
but I've
so
been to
nice.
Lisbon, and I loved very hilly. I'm doing.
But you know what? To shout out their public transport again.
Tram.
I never actually went on one. I only saw one, but I don't know if Ubers are classified as public transport. But they're very private, aren't they? They became.
I got a beautiful Uber.
They became the community Uber, but because the Ubers there or any taxi service is so cheap. Because our schedule was so, like, we'd really planned it to fuck. Like, we were, like, going from A to B
Did
non-stop.
you do that?
No, we both did it collaboratively. We had a
Alright.
Google Doc on the go.
I need someone to do that for
Like,
me.
I must admit, like, my coordination skills that I have in my 9 to 5 and my boyfriend's organisational skills that he has from his line of work merged together very nicely. He's more organised than me, though, but we had it down to, like,
Aye.
we got it down there. We knew what we were doing, but the hills, I did go up and down a few in Lisbon, but because the taxis were so cheap,
You think
a fucking
fuck it, why
40-minute
no?
journey is like €4
I
and
know,
shit.
it's amazing.
But we went to a beautiful, which actually made me cry a little bit looking at it, like outdoor pool thing. Just outside Porto, that was so visually gorgeous, and it was so quiet because we went really early. But I think it was a kind of arty pool because it was built by like some sort of architect way back when, but it looked very funky.
Do you
and it was
know,
beautiful.
that's the thing, because I also was away to a city this summer, and not having a pool, a beach. Well, we can go to the beach, but I mean, not having a pool when it's that hot is crazy town. Like, I just went to the beach every day because I was like, being in a
you
city.
were at the beach loads, which I thought was very nice. I would
non-stop.
enjoy. We went to the beach once when we were in Lisbon because we went to Cascais, or whatever you call it, just outside.
I said that too because I was like, where the hell was the beach in Lisbon? I missed
It was
that.
like 40 minutes out on the train, and it was so beautiful.
See, when I was in Lisbon, I got a full octopus tentacle in a hot dog bun.
I wish I'd tried that. Do you know what, though? I need to speak to you about,
What?
because they've been on my mind for so long, and I want to know if you're familiar, and I also want to know if the listeners feel this way as well. What about this? A Bafana.
What the fucking hell is a Bafana?
No Bafanoids in the house.
Is that like a...
It is a fucking life-changing sandwich. I'm not even trying to be that type of person.
Oh, I think I might have.
Ya fucker. So I'd heard about a Bafana before, but the fact that I'm saying this so confidently now, the fact I was calling it everything but that while I was away, I was calling it a Bafano.
Is it really called a Bafana?
A Bafana. Yes, it's I was calling it a Bafada. It's called a Bafana.
So what did you have in your alleged Bafana?
So it's not,
So you
the
call it.
Bafana is the entirety of the thing. You don't like
okay.
have something on a Bafana.
Not
The
like a ham and
Bafana's-
cheese Bafana.
Yeah, which would be good though.
Okay.
But the Bafana it's like pork in a really nice like paprika creamy sauce. Oh, it's just fucking so good. And to be honest, I was quite against going to the Time Out Market because
Oh, did you get it for there?
yeah, I
Hate
don't
Time Out
I
Market.
don't like a glorified like I don't know like area like that. I think it's like
Well, we
fucking-
went to Time Out in New York.
That's what I was just like I could have done
Actually,
without
that's
it.
where I got my tentacle on the hot dog bun. But I feel like the one in Lisbon is better, and I'm not just saying that
thing
because...
is, it was lovely, and cause I'd googled like where can I get the best Bafana because I'd heard things about it. I thought, fuck it, why not go there? And honestly, the Bafana is haunting my life because I want it so bad.
man, Bafana.
Like genuinely. Then I put Bafana on my list of dog/baby names.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Bafana McPherson.
That's nice.
Come on.
When I went to Lisbon, I went myself on like a solo travelling John, and I was staying in a hostel. My last time staying in a hostel when I threw in the towel, and there was this like old Scottish guy in my room, and he was just every day. It was like 30 degrees, it's like middle of August, and he would just stay in his room every day when I'd go out for my full day and come back, and he was right there, full time, just shirtless, playing with a laptop on his resting on his belly with a plug-in mini mouse, playing solitaire. Every day.
Why is the hardware like that's more of a commitment? Like
the mouse.
He's not he's not just randomly like, oh, I fancy a game of it. He's like, I've actually got all the tools to make this be the most comfortable.
But on a bottom bunk of a hostel, and I obviously said he said something like
and he was Scottish.
But I heard him say something and I was like, oh, are you Scottish? He went, I am from Aberdeen. And I was like, oh, what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, I live in Brazil and I just need to come here so I can get my passport, but I'm not going back to Scotland. Fuck that. And I was thinking, oh, right, okay. And I was like, evading the law, maybe?
That's an interesting way to spend your time when you're in Lisbon.
But then I was like, I was feeling a bit like, woo, spring break kind of feel. I was like, I'm going to go on holiday with all these people. Go on holiday. I'm going to go on a night out with all these people in my hostel. Because I've done that before.
Like
but
solitaire
I was
all
a
night.
bit older now. Well, what age was I 5 years ago? Only 23?
Yeah, that's not old at all, Paul.
That's sick.
It's in the prime
No,
of
4 years
life.
ago. I was about 24, right? And I was like, they were all like 18. Another thing in a hostel, it's like people are drinking at the bar, you go and talk to each other, all solo travellers. And I went a night out with one of them, and it was pure like, with all of them, sorry, and it was pure like one of those like pub crawls. Or
Project
it's like,
X.
yeah, and it's literally, we're just going to clubs and they were like, take a shot of tequila, but like you need to like, someone will feed you, and then you like, someone blows fire and that juggles the chainsaw, and you're like, oh, and it was fun. But I was like, I can't do this anymore, and I just kept like leaving the group, and I was like, where am I going? I don't know anyone. I would go back to Freshers Week, but like German Freshers Week. And it was terrifying, but it was always, do you know, it's like the same thing happened to me when I was in Palermo there, because everywhere, like in Palermo, there's like a area where they just have like street parties all night, and it is fun, like it's a nice vibe, but it's just like volume 6 million Gasolina playing over and over again. And I like Gasolina. What is a song that would make you leave a room as soon as you hear it? If you're in the club and you hear a song, what's one thing making you go straight to the smoking area?
I know this is going to be divisive and people aren't going to feel the way I feel, but Believe by Cher.
That is really crazy.
It's insane, right? Because it is no disrespect on Cher.
I just can't believe it's true.
It's
when
no
you say this to me.
disrespect on the song. It's all of the memories and associations I have with the song. It just reminds me of like staying out far too late when you should have went home before, sitting in a gaff full of self-indulgent people who are not in the best.
Just talking about me.
Who are not in the best headspace. And they're like, let's put on Believe by Cher. And I'm just like, fuck off, you ruined it for me.
And obviously I understand that exact vibe you're explaining, but Believe by Cher isn't the song to me.
What is the song to you?
That's obviously a different vibe, but for me, the number one worst song that I could ever hear in my life, and not only does it makes me leave the establishment and then throw myself on oncoming traffic, and that is Freed from Desire.
Your defense is terrifying. What was the football version?
No. Well, who's on fire?
Greg.
Well, Greg's on fire. I fucking see any song, right, that allows a group of guys to not know the lyrics but still be able to sing along. Do you know what's
so sad about that song though is in its actual heyday.
Oh, it would have been amazing.
Very credible, very good song.
Aye.
It's the way a lot of the times that's exactly how I feel about Believe by Cher though on a more micro level. It's not the song itself, it's how it's been co-opted. It's not the quality of the song. It's not a bad song.
You're absolutely right, because I just described the exact same thing in a different way. Do you know what I mean? You're right.
It's exactly that.
But also for me, it was obviously like classic, like hearing like Mr. Brightside or something.
Well, me and you come to blows with that because again, that's a classic example of it's not the song, it's how it's been co-opted.
It's not about the chicken nuggets.
It's about the lies. And you know what? Another one that sends me fucking west is Rolling on a River.
Oh, same.
Shut up!
That's so sad because Tina Turner obviously is a fucking legend. But that, I'm just like...
That's a good job. You know all I see and hear and feel when I do that is me, which has only happened once or twice, lurking around the corner of the polo dance floor, regretting the choice to be there and wanting to leave.
What's happening when you're doing that. There's one song playing and one song only, and it's You Can't Stop the Motion of the Ocean, which very similar vibes. And that drives me nuts.
And
as
you know
well.
what?
Do you know, it's so many of these things. It's not about hearing the song in general. It's about hearing it in a club environment
Association.
or a party environment.
Yeah.
Because if you were listening, there are obviously songs you hear yourself and be like, I don't want to listen to that. I'll skip that. Or I'll turn the radio off and start playing it. What?
Whoa.
Why did you suddenly start auditioning for Shark Tale? Sorry, working at the car wash is not a song you hear anywhere. Working at the
Me when I'm on a depression spiral. Fill up then, you don't have to pay.
Do you know what's fucked up about Shark Tale?
Christina Aguilera being sexy about it.
No, I was going to say Angelina Jolie being sexy in it.
Oh, yeah.
But what is fucked up with Shark Tale, they wanted us to... I'm sorry to be crass. They wanted us to fuck those fish. They did. They did admit it.
But it's because, no, you're completely onto something. Angelina Jolie was such a deliberate casting of that because she's renowned for having very big, beautiful lips.
Yeah.
Fish lips, blowjobs.
Whoa. But that's what they wanted to do. And then she had her sexy little hair that was made of her like fin.
And her sexy tendrils.
What's a tendril?
A fish-related thing.
And her
that floats.
scales. And then they also made...
And her scales, just throw them in as well.
And then they had Rasta jellyfish. Yeah, they had a lot of things.
Sorry, that was such a rude and unnecessary interruption and digression from me.
But I always get my sharks mixed up. See your sharks for Finding Nemo, that's Bruce in it.
Yes.
And then your shark for Shark Tales, the fish are food. No,
all I
fish
know
are
is
friends.
this: bottlenose and hammerhead.
I've met a
can't
few
remember.
people that look like
Bottlenose dolphin.
a lot of people look like hammerhead sharks out there.
Really?
Yeah,
I hope you never tell them that.
I won't. But if they're listening, they'll know. They'll know.
That's a promise, not
There's
a threat.
somebody I know that looks like the shark for Shark Tale. Who is it?
Well, obviously, we're not going to put them on blast like
No,
that.
it's just got that vibe.
If you don't know a hammerhead shark in your friend group, it's because it's you.
Exactly. You're the hammerhead shark. If you're listening to this going, I don't know any hammerhead shark.
That's me.
Yes, you. But anyway, that's not what we're
Sorry,
talking about.
apologies.
But do you know what? I was swimming in shark-infested waters in Italy. I wasn't. I just wanted to find a way.
Shark-infested waters.
Again, I'm not
crazy
going
at the
to.
local beach.
I'm not going to bring up again how I could tame a shark and befriend it and calm it down.
Well, our friends
But-
went on a shark dive that we got them for their
That's
30th.
my dream. That's my greatest
It's coming
dream.
up actually in the next few weeks.
I know. I wish we could go and see it.
You can, but we're at the Fringe, so we can't.
Oh,
But it's
shout
coming
out
up.
the Fringe.
But it's a
so
possibility if you really want to do it, you can do it.
I want to go swim with sharks specifically in the Galapagos Islands, and I want a great white. I don't want a wee big girl's blouse basking shark. But no, I was thinking about shark attacks a lot when I was in the sea. I love to be in the sea because when in Palermo, like 20 minutes away, there's a place called Mondello, and it's literally a beautiful beach, pure turquoise waters. I hired a fucking pedalo with a chute on
I
it.
love that.
Fucking slide. It was amazing. And then I went to a place called Cefalù, which is about an hour away, which if you're thinking about going, because you can fly from Edinburgh to Palermo, so if you're doing that, do all these things. And that was lovely, and it was because White Lotus was in Palermo, not in Palermo, sorry, in Sicily, the other side of the island. Hundreds of Americans are like obsessed with trying to
Flocking
go
to
there.
it, uh-huh.
They are doing that anyway, aren't they?
Because it's so beautiful.
They don't half kill the vibe though.
I do feel like swimming in the sea is genuinely one of nature's greatest anecdotes to anything. It feels amazing. Like I can't see
and
the
it feels like I just got home.
Literally, Anna Friel. Like it's so soothing and calm and tranquil. It's just the nicest
Well, we actually went to a
experience.
place as well called San Elia. Sorry, Lorenzo. I've got an Italian in the house.
I know, actually, we should be using him for consultation right
but
now.
I went to a place that was also like maybe like 40-minute train away, and I'd seen it on TikTok and someone called it a hidden gem, but I actually was because there was like 5 people going there on our train, and when we got there, it was all locals
Oh,
for this wee
nice.
town just doing their little swim. Plus, like when we got out of the thing, we were like, "This is amazing. There's no tourists here," and there was like a wee walk, like 20-minute walk to the Beachford train station. And when we got off, and then one woman walked in front of us, and she's like, it's super hot. I just don't know. And I was like, I was so close to being an okay experience. And as soon as I heard that it's super hot, I was like, oh no, I'm going to be trying an American person because it doesn't matter if I'm 200 miles away from them. I can still fucking hear them.
Consents.
And they're killing my vibe. But it was good. It was all your Francescos and all that. Pure firing into the birds. All your Francescas and all that.
A real authentic experience.
It was good. And then I topped off my authentic experience by, because I'd been eating pasta non-bloody stop, obviously, which I love.
Gluten up the waz.
But I thought I need to change it up and get something more authentic and get a chicken burger and chips by the sea. And it was amazing.
Americans.
Do you know what it tasted like now when you get them for like just like a hotel, like on holiday? That type of, it's probably just a frozen chicken
snack
burger
bar
and a
vibe, snack bar vibe.
That was, and it was so good. It was so good. But I literally, Italy is crazy because you genuinely can't avoid pasta, and I don't want to, but you can't.
I know.
Like it's really hard.
Or a nice
Seafood and pasta. Right. You know I love my Aperols, right? And I always say if you don't like Aperols, you need to grow up because it's not my fault. You think it's like it's going to taste like oranges, it's going to taste like iron brew. It's an adult's drink. And anyway, but limoncello, absolutely. It tastes like lemon pledge.
I was just about to say that. Sometimes
it's got a cleaning product
it
vibe.
does err on the side of anti-bac, but
it does.
I do find it very refreshing and I do really enjoy it. See, when it's frozen, Molly introduced me to that frozen
I disagree with
limoncello.
your personal opinion and experience. You're going, it's really refreshing, and I'm like,
it's not.
It's not, darling.
But I have graduated into liking it because I haven't
what
always
did you say
been
Molly gave you frozen?
She would get like out on holiday like a big bottle of it, then put it in the freezer and freeze it. And it's really, really nice that way. Because there's nothing worse than warm limoncello.
The Italians
that's really
nodding
gross.
sagely. I like my Hugo's.
Hugo Spritz
I was getting Hugo Spritz. But see, to be honest, I really wasn't having a drink on holiday.
No, but you weren't having a drink if you're having a Spritz.
Yeah, that's
It's like when people
juice.
say to me, Kendra, have you had a drink tonight? I've had 2 pints and say no.
Aye.
Because you haven't. I've not
No.
been. There's a difference between when I'm drinking and when I've had a drink.
It only counts of having a drink if you drink like liquor.
No, I don't count having a drink unless I'm slurring. And that's
no, but even then, if you didn't
correct.
drink a drink, then you didn't have a drink. The only thing that counts as alcohol in my mind is like straight whiskey
hard
neat.
liquor.
Yeah. And
Cognac.
also, do you remember? Yeah, all that. That's alcohol. Everything else is just a wee drink for friends. But also, did you ever see the film Identity Thief?
No, if I've heard about it.
with Melissa McCarthy.
No.
And Jason Bateman. Well,
where's this going?
well, I used to think all the time that she plays like a scammer in it. Do you remember that era when Melissa McCarthy had like 10 films back to back that were like box office
You're
hits?
quite preoccupied with that era. I wonder what it roused in you because you've brought this to me out with this context before.
I think I said it on the pod.
No, you've said it to me.
Well, in the great film Identity Thief from Melissa McCarthy, where she plays, it was after she had her string of successful box office hits that you claim I'm obsessed with, such as The Heat and other things.
This is your special
And anyway,
subject.
in Identity Thief, she was on the run and she was, I think she was back to a drinker. She was obsessed with getting something called a melon baller. Or a melon ball. And it was like her kryptonite, and she used to get, I don't know, a melon ball or baller is like, I think it's like Maduri, and then you get a melon ball, a ball of melon, and put it in it.
I need a venom bowler.
Yeah.
That's my kryptonite.
What's going to be in it though?
The buzzball bowler.
No, you need a
buzzball within a buzzball.
No, I've just invented something so amazing for you in my head. So imagine this. Put a buzzball in the freezer, right, till it's all frozen up. Don't know how alcohol freezing works when it's got vodka or something in it. I don't know.
We'll give it back.
But anyway, frozen as it can be. Cut all the packaging out. You've got a buzzballer. Put that in the middle of a venom, and then you have your own version.
Oh my God, like, you know how at Christmas when places do like choco bombs and it's like a round chocolate, you put it in a hot chocolate and it like
what the
does
fuck?
more.
Let's go buy a buzzball and put it in the freezer on the way
we
home.
Need to patent now.
And then just think as well, if you do it with a few and then just throughout the week, like when you just get home for a long day at work, just get a frozen buzzball, like just the sphere, like out of its packaging.
The carcass.
And just pour a wee bit of water over it and have a wee
and
refresh
then
yourself for the evening.
dry ice around it as well.
Remember when I went to that restaurant?
What?
Beverly went to that restaurant and we were literally, it was just like a burger and chips place or whatever, and we sat there and we were like pure hungover, and I was like, let's try this place. And we went in and then we were just about to eat our food. The waitress came over and she went, would you like any dry ice? And we were like, what? Sorry.
How does one say no?
She had
Imagine having to
she had it in her
refuse.
hand, and she went, and we were like, oh, aye, go for it. And then she just put dry ice on the table, and she went, just if you want to take any pictures for Instagram. So then I had like a chicken burger, and there was just smoke swirling around.
Shrouded.
And then it was wet.
Yeah, the chips pure sodden in that. It's not really a food.
Any
a
dry
meal.
ice for the lady?
Yeah, it's not really a meal that you associate with dry ice.
Yeah.
At all, to be honest. But speaking of actually, because I know we've been chatting a lot off air about this, speaking of holidays and beautiful destinations, Love Island. Now, I don't want to take us back to
The fire
older
pit.
pod of yore, but maybe I do want to take us back a little bit, a nod to pods of yore.
Pods of yesteryear.
When we obviously had our full podcast dedicated to Love Island, but I have been... My gub's been on elastic about this season of Love Island. Have you been watching, Lorenzo?
No, I've stopped for a few years now.
Well,
Oh.
I haven't watched it since we last done the fire pit until this year, and I only watched it after Casa
were a
Amor.
latecomer, weren't you?
I started this the week after Casa.
That is crazy.
Casa Amor, I just called it Casa
I
Amor.
was surprised when you got on board at that point.
Do you know what it was? And I'll say shout out to the social media team because Love Island USA was on at the same time. Every day when I went on Twitter, every day when I went on TikTok, I was just getting non-stop clips, and I became really invested. Do you remember? But I was still like, I'm not fucking watching Love Island. I don't enjoy it as a show. And then I'd be messaging you saying, Kendra, how should I feel towards the Yank and Shakira?
You were using
I feel
me as
like
your
I keep
informant.
seeing these, and I feel like I love them and I'm on their side, but I don't know the full context. And you would say, I think you suggest that I was on the right.
You were absolutely
path,
on
yeah.
the right path.
And then when I started watching, oh my God, I've never been so invested in something like this. Well, that's
But
not true,
you
but
know,
Love Island in my life.
But
Obviously,
quite
we
a
love
lot,
Shakira
of
and
course,
Tony.
Quite a lot of people
And Yas.
I've heard saying, oh, I've not really been watching it. I've purely been getting the knowledge or the information from the clips.
Yeah.
So like they say, because they do kind of sum it up a lot. But yeah, I've always been incredibly pro Tony, pro Shakira, pro Yaz. That's who you'd want to be hanging about with.
I can't believe anyone isn't. That's crazy to
What
me.
is really heartbreaking and what I've been thinking a lot about is obviously now, and I think a lot of people who are Shakira stans will be in agreement with this. It's very, very heartbreaking stuff to see her return to the arms of what I would call the grimace with a hair transplant, because that man, I'm not even going to get into that, but it's sad to see her go back there. I don't like watching this play out, but it's not her fault is what I want to
But
say.
can I say something?
What?
And nobody's going to like it.
What the hell are you going to say?
Well, obviously, just in the last 2 episodes, I think I like Harry.
No, you
I thi-
don't!
Well, because he's with Shakira
You've
now.
fallen for his artifice.
I know, but see, in my head, right,
I can't
I had a
believe
fight with
you.
everyone about this when everyone suddenly started liking Toby again.
I never liked Toby's ass.
Everyone was like, oh, he's actually alleged. He's actually, and that's why I stopped doing the podcast.
No, but
I was
solidarity
and I was
with
like, no, he's
Toby.
literally been evil, and
No.
now everyone's loving him again. Listen, obviously, I know he's just. What has happened is there's been 2 guys in this. So I left just before I joined just before Harrison left. There's 2 guys in this who've just wanted to like fuck about everyone, go with everyone, have it their way. I've been caught out, and then I've had to be like, oh my God, I'm in a pickle here, and for want of a better word. And he went home. Harrison went home, and
no, he was forced home.
Aye, but Harry could have done the same, but he didn't. And then I didn't think, because they were like, Shakira doesn't want you, Helena doesn't want you.
Helena did
But
want
the
him
problem is they both did.
The issue here,
So,
though,
but now I think he's obviously a wank, right? But he's become more likable since he was Shakira.
but that is a really big problem, because your likability factor should not be based on how credible your female partner is.
Yeah,
and
that's
also your
true.
female partner is 22 years old and you're 30 years old.
Yeah,
Right? So
yeah.
my big issue here is because people, right, put Shakira on a pedestal because she is really, really level-headed, really mature, really funny. She comes across really well, right?
she's
I would
22.
say exactly, well, that's exactly it, right? You can't believe she's 22, right? So people will have a higher expectation of her as a woman, and because she is yielding to him, right? People will either be hard on her for doing that because they're like, oh, but you're so great and you're this, you're that. Why would you take him back? Judge her for it. Or it will make him look better because someone of her status is accepting of that behaviour. It's not, the onus is not on her. She's a 22-year-old girl. Think about how you would be like when you're like in romantic situations when you're that age. Even now people make bad choices, but she's taken in by him. He's an older person. I know there's not a fucking crazy age gap.
No, but
it's still, to me,
that's like you going out with me.
Fair. But honestly, and you know what's really bothering me about, I do feel very passionately about this because he has been a really, really like, he's a horror in a more malevolent way because he's quite under the radar. He's quite quiet. He's not out and out boorish. He's not shouting. He's not name calling, but he lies a lot. He fiddles with the truth massively.
Oh, no, I can promise that I felt this, so I'm going to take back
what's
what
making
I said.
you feel differently? I'm open to your
what I will
thoughts.
say before that is that I was really like so on the same page as you as how I felt about him, and I still do.
Yes.
But because the thing that bothers me is like literally when someone is non-stop evil, ruining, like psychologically terrorizing these women
on TV,
and then they get called out for it, and then it's sad for them. And then
that's what I feel like happened here.
Reading comments on TikTok, and people are like, "Oh, you know what? Feel bad for Harrison. Oh, you know what? I feel bad for Harry." And I'm like, but they literally all they did was get caught out of doing all these things, and now you feel bad for them. I'm like, how does it turn so quickly? I know I'm being a hypocrite here, but all I'm saying is because I obviously want Shakira to win.
Yes.
So in my head,
I'm
I'm
sure
like,
Harry
I
does
need
as well.
to get on board. But
I do think
Tony
he
and
likes
Cash will
her.
win, and that's how it should be.
That's absolutely how it should be. And you know what I think, right? That is a great example.
Love
See,
Cash.
the comparison you just drew there is a great example. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. I'm not saying that you're not allowed to make mistakes, right? But Tony's a really good example of someone who made mistakes, hurt someone, but took accountability and is a likeable, flawed human, which we all are. Harry doesn't give a fuck that he's wrong. He's now put on a wee sad face, going up the stairs, looking at himself in the mirror all forlornly, thinking about his next fucking hair transplant, right? He does not give a fuck. He's now acting the part because he knows that he has to. That's it. He doesn't give a fuck about that, Helena. I don't really like Helena that much, but she's fucking traumatized.
And what about
Helena?
Helena. What about Helena?
Yeah.
What about, and I'm going to say it as I always say when we're all watching Love Island, the group chat, and we're talking about it, which has actually been nice. I enjoy having that back.
I love that camaraderie.
Because we don't often watch everything, because like Big Brother, people don't really watch anymore. Like there's nothing that unites us.
We will be watching, Paul. We will be watching. It's coming back.
Oh yeah, okay, we will. But no, every time I can't bear to write his name, I have to write it in quotation marks. Group chat. Blue.
Nah.
Blue.
Nah.
What the fucking hell?
I'll string him up.
What? I feel like he needs to go to prison.
As I always
Tonight?
say, see when I feel so passionately about my dislike or my apprehensions about men on Love Island and I can't see a way out of what they're doing and they're not helping themselves, I just think stun gun, butterfly net, high security prison tonight. That is what I think every single time. High security prison, Spain, sting up, SWAT team. They have to go.
I get it. Do you know, I
Blue
watched Blue
with no E.
allegedly. Heavily rumoured Blue. Where the fucking hell did he come from? And that pissed me off because I thought I missed all the riff-raff.
No, but you know what's so funny though, and what I found so hilarious about him is because he got punted out and came back in, he's obviously got a better understanding, of course, of the dynamics in the public and blah, blah, blah. He deliberately set up that beef with Tony because he knew that he thought he was going to get a clippable moment. It was fucking painful and she clocked him so fast. She was like, what is this? I literally don't care.
That was the most iconic part of her just going, I literally don't care about this conversation.
So good.
And he's like,
and do you know what I think is so telling about him? And
also shouting at a woman.
Yeah.
For the get-go, feeling comfortable. I want to go and argue with women. And then he's,
very
as you would say,
unmodern.
a phrase that you always say is, what is it? He acts like a wee sweetie wife. Like he's gossiping and all that.
I called
and getting
him a
all this.
sweetie wife when we were watching it the other night. I was like, he's a wee fucking sweetie wife. And do you know what another thing about him is, and I don't mean to bring people's looks into it, but I will. A lot of the time you can tell a man's intentions in his eyes, and I mean that as in the physical shape and makeup of his eyes. He has very unfriendly, cold stare. And I think that he does not have a friendliness or warmth in his eyes.
Yeah, it's time for prison.
Yep.
Prison, honey.
Prison, honey. He needs to go. But yeah, that's my overwhelming feeling about Love Island at the moment. I feel sometimes a bit sad when I watch it because I feel like it brings out a really, which is its intention, judgmental side of me.
Yeah.
But it also makes you think about how the general public view, see and experience romance and dating, which I do find really, really fascinating as a concept.
It's
It makes me
insane.
sad.
I know, but that's why I can't watch it, because genuinely I get so angry. I seen a
Nasty.
TikTok that said reconnecting with nature after wasting the last 7 weeks of my life getting annoyed at men in the UK by watching Love Island. And I was like, it's true. And also when you see dynamics that are like classic, like feel like bullies, and I mean the boys and the girls, like you see it all the time, and you're screaming at the telly, you can't do it, and it's you feel it, and I go, why am I watching this? Why am I continuing to support something that is so like, I don't know, it encourages these really judgmental sides of us, and also is all about just good looking people, and then also about guys literally terrorising women.
Yeah.
That is, I'm not even trying to deep it, that is very on
It's true,
surface
and
level.
I feel like
what it
what's
is.
so sad about it as well is I feel like the girls don't seem to have, like they don't seem to be on an even keel, and I don't know if that's just reflective of the way it is in society, but it always feels like the girls are just getting totally shafted, and I don't mean shagged. I mean,
Yeah.
actually, just like they don't seem to be at an advantage at barely any point. And if they are, they then kind of get portrayed to be a bit bitchy or colder, like game players.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there is very few men in that villa that I genuinely do think have authentic intentions. But I am very, very refreshed.
Cash
There's always
only.
one. Is that cash only?
That was
This
good. I didn't mean
better
that.
never be a
Cash
cashless
only.
society.
We need cash to do an Edinburgh Fringe show.
Okay.
Cash only.
That's
Because they don't really do
good.
club appearances anymore.
Yeah, cash only. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling about it. So I'm really
That's
intrigued.
my dream villa. Cash only. And Tony Yaz and Shakira.
Yeah, and Jamie, I like him as well. That's Yaz's man.
Yeah. Bit quiet.
Yeah, but a good man. Savannah.
The cruel Dijon.
I can't be arsed.
No.
I'm not even arsed. Do you know what he's a classic case of, which frustrates me so much, is the whole, I'm done with this conversation. They allow no space for any sort of
There's nothing worse than somebody that just goes,
exchange.
this is how it is, end of story.
Yeah,
And
I
then
hate
doesn't-
that. I
doesn't
hate it.
let you
Feel
speak.
sorry for Meg, but she's a hard one to feel sorry for.
Yeah,
At the same
I
time.
don't.
Two things can be true at once.
I really struggle.
But I'm very
That's
intrigued.
probably the hardest thing about watching that show for me.
I'm intrigued about how who our winners are going to be.
Well, also this surprise, we don't record episodes 5 minutes before they go out on the morning of. That something will have changed by the time this episode comes out.
I should
Someone
have
will have
caveated
been
that.
kicked out. A couple are going out tonight. So who do you think is going to be? Is Blue and Helena?
A couple are going out tonight.
It'll be Blue and
Aye,
Helena.
definitely.
Well, not finished by next week, no?
What?
Is it
Aye.
not finished by next week?
No, Tuesday. It'll finish on Oh.
Aye, so it'll be finished by the time this comes
great.
out.
Yeah,
Great.
sorry. Well, I actually want to talk about real love that I've heard about
This
recently.
is real
muff.
Oh, aye.
You give me that
course.
feeling.
You give me that.
Um,
Our lesser known Clean Bandit Jess Glynn collaboration.
I would say so as well, actually. Quite a good one. I
But
don't mind
what's
that
your
one.
love?
Yeah, the real love that I'm incredibly interested in at the moment is the newly announced relationship between Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson.
Love so much and
So
need. See, when
much.
I seen a tweet that said, no, normally it's like two celebrities are rumoured to be dating, and that's like from Pop Crave or something. That's what it actually was from Pop Tings, and Pop Tings just wrote, Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson are dating, full stop. And I was like, no rumours? It's just true.
You don't need to say any more.
Yeah.
Speaks for itself.
And I thought that actually made me quite emotional
Big name partnership.
because they're in a film together.
So they were doing The Naked Gun, I think it's called.
Oh, do you know what? I got invited to the premiere of that in London. Sorry, Lynette.
Disproportionate less.
Are you a Naked Gun fan?
I'm a Naked Gun stan.
Really?
Do you know what? I
Oh,
just.
you should have went together.
But the thing is,
God's sake.
I always get invited to these things, and I always get invited to these things. I don't mean it like that. I mean, I occasionally get invited to things, and I'm like, I don't live in London, so I'm not going to
Yous
go
could
to
have
London
I
travelled.
would
for,
have driven you down.
for the Naked Gun premiere.
Yes.
You would.
Stop
For the
inviting me to
naked
drag
gun.
acts and all this other nonsense and take me to see Naked Gun.
Right, well, next
Opportunity
time,
missed.
well, again, as well, I'd need to go myself, and Lorenzo would watch for the sideline.
No.
Would you put on a suit, a man's suit, and drive all the way to London in a suit,
I'd wear a hat driving you in the car.
and then go on a
Driving gloves.
pink carpet for the Top Gun?
Mm-hmm.
It's not Top
The
Gun.
naked gun.
The naked
Naked
gun. The butt naked
bare
gun.
naked
The bare
gun.
naked. Just twa strangers gun.
The soapy priest's gun.
And then you would go to that. Do you know what,
Yes.
for future, actually, no, I actually would have liked to have went.
Ask around.
I didn't know Pammy was in it. That would have changed things for
Yeah.
me.
I think she's
We are
the,
Pammy stans.
the love interest in the film perchance, but I am obsessed with their partnership. I think because she is such a professional lover,
Yeah.
like she loves love. She's a real romantic.
And she's a fucking legend, and she's been through it, and now she likes to grow cucumbers in her garden,
She's such,
and she's been done dirty by the world.
but she
I'm
rises
so
every time more
She
beautiful
does.
than ever. I see that. I mean, I'm not like a crazy Liam Neeson stan, but I like his energy and I like his vibe.
And he's
I-
obviously been, he's a widower,
yes, of
for
16 years.
and he was, it must have been hard for
Wouldn't
him.
he take a
And I
wife?
thought, so he wouldn't take a wife. He doesn't take a wife.
Wives, he won't take
But
them.
no, he's taking one, and it's none other than Pam Lanson, and I'm very happy about that.
Very nice chemistry they've got. They've got a really nice rapport
She has
with
the
each
most
other.
gentle voice in history.
Yeah, and lovely skin.
Yeah. Love that love.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, talking about on-screen love, we've been watching
This
Too Much.
podcast.
Yeah, that's not on-screen love.
What is it then?
This is on-screen. On-screen.
Be careful with your words.
I've
here.
thought about 4 things and not said them. On-screen friendship.
Yes.
Not on-screen late in life companionship. That's me and you.
Yes.
So Too Much, Mark and Lena Dunham's return to TV. Obviously, I've always been a Lena Dunham stan. But
When you said Mark, you always said marking Lena Dunham's return to screen. It sounded like you said Mark and Lena Dunham's return. I was like, what's your boyfriend got to do with Lena Dunham's
one of the people that
return?
can't stop bringing up the boyfriend.
Yeah, sorry, continue.
Be like, sorry, I didn't mean that. No, but Too Much is Lena Dunham's first TV series since Girls, which ended in what, like 2016?
Feels like yesterday.
And I always think, what business did I have as a literal child, well, a teenager from Glasgow, to be watching Girls and be like, this is my life?
Literally.
Because it
I
wasn't,
had
and it
them
still isn't.
all on physical DVD box set.
Oh, I love
And
that.
I remember actually getting them. It must have been on a birthday or a Christmas because my dad would always go to FOP in Edinburgh and buy me box sets. I love box sets of like everything, like Buffy and all that. All my box sets were really like my pride. Like they were my favourite possessions. And I got the girls like I think it must have just been a single DVD because it was just out in like one series at a time. And I was like, this is so good just to have
Oh, I love
at my
what a
disposal.
big fat box set.
Big juicy
But
box
Girls
set.
is my favourite TV show of all time. I will go as
Yeah.
far to say.
Sustained.
And it's just so
Enduring.
incredible, and I'm due a rewatch. But I did one about a year and a bit ago, so
Mm-hmm.
no, I think I'm ready. But we have this problem. Me and Kendra have routinely went to rewatch Girls, and then we realised we just watched this one. We can never remember where we left off.
I don't understand why I can't seem to differentiate, but I'm the same. I always tend to like we both do it, like you just said, like go to the same one, and then I'm like, no, I should really start from the
Yeah.
very start.
And then I end up never rewatching season 6 because I
Same,
always
same.
think, right, I need to start again. Then I go, oh no, I should start a bit later.
Same.
But I've obviously missed that style of everything that she makes on TV.
Do you know what? I think we were talking about this, and like I think obviously it's like dialogue wise just as sharp and current as Girls was.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that's still there. It is really different feel from Girls. So I think like you were saying as well, like having that, like thinking that, you know, drawing immediate comparisons isn't probably going to benefit your watching experience
No.
of this. I don't think it's a totally different vibe.
Yeah, and I think as well, I actually think it's quite lazy of people that basically all the British reviews of it I read like were bad, and all the American reviews of it I read were good. Not all, but like most.
Yeah.
And I thought that's maybe because it's set in in the UK, and then Americans' version, or like views of England and London, is very like just that, like what it encapsulates that. So people said it had like an Emily in Paris vibe, and I at moments, but I think if you get past episode like 3, it doesn't have that vibe
I
at
think
all.
you just adjust if you want to.
Yeah,
because I really felt like that first watching. I was a bit like, this is a bit jarring, but I think
because it's all Fergie London Bridge and like a drone shot
to like it.
Aye.
So you like
That's
it.
That's true. I went in me wanting to like it and
just
decide, because I love Meg Stalton and I love Lena Dunham, so I went into that being like, oh, I'm going to love this. But also, I did find that at first I did have to adjust. But all these bad reviews that I read, like even like The Guardian, all these people, it's like instantly all they do is compare it to Girls, and I'm like, that is like, I get why you do it, but it's not like this or Girls, and you have to. In fact, we can't even say that word right in our accent, and we're the only
Girls.
people.
I know. Do you know what it is though? I think, and I did hear someone else speaking about this, and I thought that's exactly what I thought, but didn't really have the words to articulate. I wish that she had, because obviously it's like based on her experiences of moving to London and meeting her now husband and stuff who she wrote the show with. But I feel like the London she's portraying is obviously supposed to be post-COVID, so it's like now, right?
Yeah.
I don't feel like it feels like it's now. It feels like that's a probably like a 2010 vibe. Because you know what I thought, right? See the bit where like I was pissing myself. The bit where he just like leave like her, what's his name in it again? Sorry, Meg Stalter's man.
No,
that's
Will
his real
Sharp's the actor.
the male in it.
Jessup.
Jessup. He leaves her flat and he's obviously having a crisis, and he just immediately walks into a rave and is like in Effie from Skins mode. And I was like, that is like something that would happen on Skins back in that
time. You
time.
did love Leo Reek's Gauche Alarm.
I was
that is so funny. I love that as well.
It was like, you're being very gauche alarm. That's
good.
really good. That's
and
really stuck
with me.
And the cast
is fucking in hell. I was about to say, I might say incredible.
No, it's insane.
Naomi
You don't know who's
Watts,
coming next. She was really funny in it.
Richard E. Grant.
He's always
Do you know
so
how
good.
often me and Kendra say when there was it's bad, right? But there's a video where Richard Grant was
bemoaning the loss of his wife.
Yeah, he was. That's the truth. But there's a bit where he went, because he's just so posh and so theatrical and everything, the bit where he just went, I'm immobilised. And like every time me and Kendra just be sitting on the couch or hungover or couldn't move or looked at the runda, we would go, immobilised. I know, but the one where he was on holiday I love so much. What's the one where he's like, we're on holiday. Let's jump in the pool.
So breathless. The sun.
Got my swimming shorts on.
He's so breathless all the time.
It's like, but he's so good at playing the characters. Like, see in Girls when he plays Jessa's dad. No, does he play Jessa's dad?
No,
or no, he plays the guy that she meets at rehab.
Yeah.
And he's so good at those roles. And also in this episode, too much, he's taking hundreds of cocaine.
He was born to be coked up the waz on screen.
And it just works for posh people.
Yeah, it's so good. I did really
I loved
like
it, and I watched the entire
like
thing. And it was good to have 10 episodes because you don't get that often.
But it's just exciting to have something by her back on our screens and something to talk about, because it's like an exciting thing for us to experience. That's it. Jessup, not too far.
I said Jessup and Wilbur.
That, to me, Jessup, Wilbur and Felix are all of the same family.
Yeah, all could be a guinea pig, all could be a posh man. I tell you about wanting a guinea pig.
I don't think you should
Please.
get one.
No, all right. Guys, just so you know this, I've been really, obviously I'm at a time in my life where I want a dog again. And I was telling Lorenzo and Kendra, why am I saying, I've never spoken this way on the podcast before.
What do you mean?
But I'm only talking to the audience as if you aren't here. Sorry, I don't know. I broke the 8th wall there. Not the 4th. I wanted to get another dog. Okay, I said it. And we've all felt that gap in our lives, I'm sure. Anyway, I decided I want a Chihuahua. I want a Chihuahua. I need to have one, right? I was deciding that, and then I walked into... I bumped into a Chihuahua the other day, and it was wearing an Adidas Originals jacket. And it was called Tito. And I thought I just thought about having one the day before. I seen one in front of me. I thought, I need this. So then I went home and I went on a website called Pets for Homes.
You've been on that shit before.
That's freeads.com. I also went on that after. That's where we got Dorinda. And I found one who's I want to get. Okay, and nobody's approving yet. but her name's Amy, and she's 4, and she's a chug, which is a Chihuahua pug.
A chug.
Amy the chug. Please, can I get it so bad? I need Amy the chug, and I'm just going to call her Anne.
Amy the chug.
And I'm going to call her Anne.
What do you mean? She's Amy the chug, and then you're going to call her Anne the chug.
Yeah, because I want a dog called Anne.
Anne the chug and all.
But it's listen. I've learned my lesson for having an unconventional dog name before. That when people ask your name, it's
I thought you were
annoying.
going to say I've learned my lesson from having an unconventional dog. I was like, it does
No.
not sound like it.
And also, I won't spoil too much, but the TV show.
Oh yes.
But she does have a very ugly dog in it.
Yeah, I think you're very influenced by that at the moment, which I can
You're
understand
right, because it's
why.
kind of Chihuahua.
I can understand why I was crying boots at a certain point to do with the dog. So I
Yeah,
totally
me
get
too.
your feeling. I do get
But
your feeling.
that obviously, do you know what? That's so true. You've just hit the nail on the head.
It's
That's why I
tickled that
want it,
part of
because
you
she
that's
had that dog,
familiar.
and the way that dog was in her life is what Dorinda was to us.
Exactly.
But anyway, I want Anne/Amy the Chug, Amy the Chug, but then I'll call her Annie to people, because
No,
like if people are like,
Anne-Amy's
"What's
so
the dog?"
good.
Anne Amy.
Anne
Nobody's
Amy.
called Anne Amy, and she'll be the first.
Anne Amy.
So she's 4. Great again. Great, because she's not a puppy. I don't need to spend all that time training her. She's already trained and all that, and she's a mature lady. And what really drew me to this ad, that it said her name's Amy. She's really nice. I'm going on holiday, so I need to sell her before then.
You. That's something you would write about a dog.
Yeah, probably did at one point.
Amy
But
next year.
I need Anne.
You need to get Amy.
But then I know I can't. But this is why we should all have a dog as a friend group.
Yeah, I do. I'm not against it. You know, I quite like an unconventional setup.
I want a dog that
And
we
we all
all
take
just see
turns.
who can watch it that day.
Yeah, I don't see. I
Can
mean, if
imagine the logistics of that.
we'd need a Google Doc bad.
And then we go on one night out, we have to put up for adoption.
No, literally, that would be us going up up the town. Amy has to go.
Anne.
Sorry.
I want Anne. Anne or Art Pop. But I think I'm going to
Or
call my
Bust.
cat Art Pop. Mm-hmm. And Joanne and Born This Way. Mm-hmm. And the Fame Monster.
And
But I was going to get a parrot called the Fame Monster.
what's the one that's causing quite a stir on the tour?
Mayhem.
No,
Chromatica.
Bruno Mars. Die with a Smile, the cat.
And to see, that's taking the piss now.
Die with a Smile, Black.
Anne. No, I want Mayhem Anne.
Yeah.
Then I want Anne Art Pop. Mm-hmm. Then I want Joanne Anne.
Mm-hmm. Joanne Anne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hyphen Anne. Chromatica Lynn.
Mm-hmm. Summer Boy Yvonne.
See, I'm sticking with albums.
Oh,
You
sorry,
keep going into
sorry,
singles
I'm
or
deviating.
album tracks, which I get, but
Yeah.
it's just hard because then I could have like 108 pets with a different guy title name. Right now I can only have 8, so
Okay.
that limits me to 8.
What's
no,
the other
7.
one?
She's got 7 albums. But then I could call one A Star Is Born, but that's a bit
Mm-hmm.
tricky. Shallow. Shallow Anne. Shallow Al. I want a new
Creativity
dog.
knows no bounds.
Can I say, right, if anyone is listening to this right now that owns a Chihuahua or like a Chihuahua mixed with something,
Chugs only.
but don't be sending me your Jack Russells. Well, unless it's
Send
mixed
me
with a
your
Chihuahua.
finest chugs.
If anyone's got a Chug, amazing. But then
I'm
as
right
well,
after a chug.
Do you
DM
remember
us
that
your
interview?
chugs.
What did you say?
DM us your chugs.
Don't. Because Kendra will get them. No, Kendra will rate your chugs. No, but Anne, do you remember I did that interview the other day? That sounds like I called you Anne there. I said
Yeah,
Anne.
what the hell?
Do you remember I did that interview the other day on the radio and I was talking about on the set of Gunfair Queen potentially having a Chihuahua?
Yes.
See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's a Chihuahua
With a
Dachshund. Dash
a
Hunt.
Chihuahua is
Chihuahua.
so
But
cute.
if anyone's got anything that's a Chihuahua mix with it, send me a picture, send me a DM, right? I really want to see it. And if anyone even better is having trouble with theirs or
Trouble
has
chugging.
one's really late in life and isn't quite,
a late in life chug.
if you don't,
A chug at the end of life. Life-ending chug.
Kendra can help you with end of life chug. But no, I'm being serious. Sorry, I'm dragging this out. If you have a dog that you don't want anymore, and it's a Chihuahua, or like say your auntie's in a hospice, say your grand's on the brink and they've got a wee Chihuahua and they need a home, I want it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not. What about Chihuahua Cafe? Would you go?
I've been.
You've been.
I've been many years ago. I've been.
When the fuck did you go to
Before
the
we were
Chihuahua?
friends. just before we were friends. That isn't why I went. I didn't go because we weren't friends, but I went before we were friends.
How funny is that to think to take issue with? Why the fuck would you go to the Chihuahua Cafe before we were friends?
It was really, really good.
Who did you go with? Did you go on a date?
It was with a former flame, yes.
Probably with a date with a woman.
It wasn't. I wish it was.
Well, I wish I was there.
Yeah.
And there's one in Edinburgh, so when we're doing the Fringe, we can go.
Yeah,
but
that's
apparently
what I
have
went
a lot of rules.
Yeah, it was quite. It wasn't like a free for all.
They've got dignity.
Yeah, there was a lot of
if
dignity.
anyone's got a chug with dignity and grace at the end of life.
What kind of rules would be at a Chihuahua Cafe?
Apparently, if it's on your lap, you just need to sit there. You can't stand up or move it or do it. You also need to respect. I've never been, so why am I telling
And they only let a certain amount of people into the space. They kind of they let them, like, they don't like appoint a pug to you. It's very much if one comes over it. A pug, sorry, oh my God. Chihuahua. They don't, it's just because you're there doesn't mean you're going to get attention, basically.
Yeah, it's like it's their house and you can go in there and beg and
they're
plead.
like the divas, like, and they're very like deified.
Anne
like the people
Diva.
that work there are very like.
Diva Anne.
Yeah, that's nice.
Sorry, I really don't let you finish sometimes.
It's okay.
But it's not because I don't care what you're saying or I'm not listening.
You need to get it out.
Yeah, and I've got conditions
Yeah.
like that. But I want you to know that I was just adding to your story there.
You were.
And
I didn't actually have much else to add, just to let you know that anybody that does want to go, the rules might have changed since I've been, because it was many years ago, but it isn't a free-for-all in there. You really do have to respect the Chihuahuas, and they are going to do what they want, and they're not beholden to
They're
you.
at
And they
work.
don't owe you anything. What?
The Chihuahuas are at work.
Yeah, literally.
And what's the most famous Chihuahua? Tinkerbell.
Probably Legally Blonde Chihuahua.
Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
Yeah, Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
I obviously was seen that yesterday because I was looking at Chihuahuas.
Or Tinkerbell, yeah, Paris Hilton
Tinkerbell's
Chihuahua.
but Tinkerbell apparently as well. Chihuahuas can live to, like, someone commented on a TikTok say they've got a 27-year-old Chihuahua. I need
an elder chug, literally.
We can't call the episode an end of life chug. Can we?
We can.
Chugging to the end of life. Chugging along.
Chugging along.
Yeah, chugging along works.
Beverly Hills Chihuahua. Wait, sorry, we will really finish this episode. But what is Beverly Hills Chihuahua? Is a police officer?
Don't know.
You're thinking of Beverly Hills Cop or whatever it is.
Obviously.
A police officer.
What is he then?
He's a Chihuahua.
Aye, but what's he doing? What's the film about?
He's just in Beverly Hills being a Chihuahua.
Aye,
He
but
doesn't need
that's
to
not
be in the
grounds
police.
for a film. Imagine that
come on.
screenplay landed on your lap. Would you go, need to make this a dog being a dog? He's obviously got
What
a
the hell
job.
are you talking about? Of
He's
course
got a job, no?
We need to.
Let me Google.
Google it.
It's a series of films.
So there's multiple.
Maybe I'm talking shite. Drew Barrymore is the Chihuahua. It's a Chihuahua in it.
Need. That is such an
Drew Barrymore's a Chihuahua in it.
So
Okay.
Jamie Lee Curtis is in it.
Of course, she'd be in it.
What's its purpose?
The plot centres on a female Chihuahua named Chloe,
Chloe!
who gets dog napped in Mexico and has to escape from a Doberman predator named El Diablo.
I'm going
I'm
to
sorry,
watch
you
that
don't
now.
think that's basis for a film?
And then there's a sequel, Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2, which takes place in Beverly Hills.
Chloe can't get kidnapped again.
And then there's Beverly Hills Chihuahua 3, Viva la Fiesta.
She's international.
I need to watch all of
Yeah,
these.
we actually do
But
for
still,
homework.
at the end of the day, Beverly Hills Chihuahua hasn't got a job and it's actually a woman. Sorry for saying assuming it was a man.
Our
Women's
job-
stories, they matter. They just matter.
She was getting kidnapped, so she couldn't work. We need to go home and watch this to really understand the psyche of Chloe.
What was the one about hamsters? Gerbils.
G-force.
Gerbil mode or something.
G-force.
G-force. Gerbil mode. The stoic can. Bam. Fuck's sake. Right, I think our brains are well and truly
rotten now.
rotted to the core from all the brains
It's the brains
passed
of
down
abuse.
from before.
Well, we So thank you again to Iola, our sponsors. And if you like any of the specs that we have on set, we have a link in our show notes, so go check them out.
Yes, so treat yourself to some nice new glasses. You deserve them. And you have been listening to Who Agrees with me, Paul Black.
And me, Kendra McPherson.
And remember, you can watch full episodes on YouTube. Please hit that subscribe button. up, down.
Hit that thing.
And do all the things. And follow us on TikTok. We have a new TikTok. I actually feel saying we have a new TikTok is so funny as
But
if we don't know how to use it. And